Yo, what's Gucci with it? It's your boy Mickey here. I got a video, first video. Um, got a denim jacket right here that I'm painting. Decided to go with the tiger. Um, right now I'm just throwing in some white, so I got something to kind of work off of rather than just the blue. I probably went a little too heavy with the white, to be honest. I did not need that much, but just to be safe. I went ahead and did that, and then I stenciled in everything. Um, After I stenciled everything in, kind of started off with the tongue. But I was using like heavy body acrylics with this, so it was pretty hard to. Well, it wasn't too hard to blend stuff, but this just was drying too fast on some spots, so it's kind of getting difficult to blend. Um, but for the most part, it wasn't too hard. Right now I just mixed more of like a shadowy color in for the tongue, so I can get this underside of the tongue right. And then I'm gonna work on this little lip, like the other flap of the tongue, because it's like in a taco shape. So working on that right now. Painting on denim is a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. It's like really rough, and unless you have like fluid acrylics, like some like soft body acrylics or something. What's up, Buzz? Can you relax? Sorry, it's my cat. Unless you got like soft body or like fluid acrylics or something, it's like kind of hard because the material's already rough. Like it's denim, so it's already rough. It's not like it's a canvas that you can like gesso and sand out. So it's pretty hard to like have heavy body acrylics like flow easily on there. So it's pretty difficult to get certain things to blend. Like in this mouth area, like I try, because in my reference photo it had like, you know, part of his skin showing it, but it just wasn't happening with the blending. I probably went too heavy with the blending in with the blacks, but at one point I just said, you know, fuck it, and just blended the black in there. But then I got the mouth in. It's pretty much just all black in the mouth. I got some highlighted areas in the like bottom, like the gum area. I guess I don't even know if tigers got gums, but got that in there. Working on one of the stripes right now. I didn't, honestly, in hindsight, didn't have to work on this stripe. Well, maybe I did. I probably did. Probably best to get it over with now. Now I'm working on the teeth. This teeth didn't give me too much issues. It wasn't too difficult. Just kind of lacing in this like yellowish color. It's like a tannish yellow color. This tooth wasn't too bad. The tooth on the top of the mouth, that's like in the back, on the back side of his, I'll show you when you get up there, but on the back side of his this one, that bigger tooth, so that tooth in the reference, it's like his back tooth, it's on the other side of his mouth. It was really hard shading it correctly to get like the proper depth of field, you know, so that it didn't feel like it was at the same spot as the other tooth, but I just had to keep adding shadows until it kind of fell back into the mouth. Working on the nose, just pretty much pink for the most part, a little bit of shadows there. And I'm pretty sure after this I just fill in all the black stripes. Yeah, so I'm filling in the stripes and stuff, which I really didn't have to do on some of these stripes, because when I put on his, like the back coat of his fur, like the colors, I just went over the stripes because they were in the way anyway, so I didn't really feel like trying to be meticulous and go around each little stripe. So some of these stripes just got covered up anyway, so kind of wasted time there, but what are you gonna do? But this project was pretty fun. I like how it came out, but I tell you what, when I put on the first, like the base layer of colors with the mild blending, honestly I'm kind of mad that I put the fur on there, because I kind of like how that looked. You'll see when it comes up. See here, I'm putting on the color right now. I just mixed like a bunch. I mixed an orange, and then I mixed that orange. I kind of split into shadows and highlights with blacks and whites. But yeah, like how it's turning out right now with just like the color and blending. Like I really fuck with it like this. But then I kept going for like that realism look, and honestly, if I stopped right here, it probably would have looked better than how it looks right now, maybe. besides this bottom part, like his neck area was like giving me troubles because I didn't know how it was all messy in the reference photo, and I didn't know how to portray that with just shading. So I think the fur, like the white fur, helps it in this later spot. I also wish I left the eyes just like whited out because I thought that looked pretty sick. But it's alright, you can't complain too much. I'm putting in the fur right now, and like I said, with this heavy body acrylic, it's really difficult to do fur and stuff because you want like crispy ass lines, but you can't do that with the heavy bodies because they're just too thick, and they're way too thick. They're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. So if you're gonna do stripe, if you're gonna do fur on denim and stuff, like you're gonna paint an animal, like just go get fluid acrylics because this shit's not worth it. It took way too long to do this. And oh yeah, and I lost half the footage of me doing the fur too. So to explain the fur, like around all the white areas and the super light areas, just I packed on a lot of the white fur. But then, like as you can see, like near the top where it's just orange, I didn't put too much fur on it, so that the orange still showed through. You know. I'm working on the flowers right now, and with the leaves, I was contemplating going like super realistic, but I decided I just didn't want to I didn't want to like overwhelm the jacket with so much realism, so I just made them kind of basic, you know, dark on one side, light on the other, kind of cartoony-ish. And then I start working on this flower right here. Yeah, and with the flower, yet again, I just took a basic ass red, and then I mixed some black with it for the shadows there, and then I mixed some white with it for the highlights right there, and then I just mixed man, what the fuck am I trying to say right now? I just put like a line of the shadows on one side of a petal, and then I put a line of the highlights on another side of the petal, and then I blend them together with like the neutral red, like the basic red. On this first flower came out pretty dark because the way I mixed some of the colors, and I go back later on and I fix it, and you'll see that later. But on this second, like the middle rows, you'll be able to see a lot better what I'm doing here, and I'll explain it because this one is too dark, like my shadow. But yeah, like as you can see, like I take a dark or the light color, and I'll just like line out the petal, and then in between like that middle phase, I'll blend it out. See, I'll blend it out with the neutral red color, and then it gives that really nice and crispy gradient. Makes the petals look really nice. Right here is a good one. Oof, ooh, look at that. So yeah, it's really tedious because you gotta do each individual petal. If you're gonna do it this way, make it look like super realistic. Because if you don't, then it's just I mean, you could do it like a cartoony way. That's fine. Like however you want to do it. But for the style I was going for, like I had to do each individual petal, and this shit took forever. But it's cool because it came out sick. So nothing you can do about it. But yeah, just filling in the petals. Not too much going on here. This other one though was interesting because like the angle the rose was at, like some of the petals actually flared out, like they flared up and over each other, kind of like you see this one in the bottom left, like that one kind of goes, it's like a side profile of the petal. So that spot right there, well, I'm not even on it right now, I'll talk about when I'm on it. Hold on. But the spot I'm painting right now, that spot's like the underside, and then that right there is like the top lip that like flares out. So on the base part, you have to do it a lot darker than the little lip, and it creates the effect like the petals actually flaring out. And so I had to do that for a lot of the petals on this one because the angle that the rose is at, and I kind of like how that turned out. I wish the other rose on the right side was like that, but I was just going off the reference picture I just picked out, so that's just it. And I didn't even go, like, I just picked out like an outline online reference photo of the rose and just drew it on there. But yeah, and then in the center parts is really tedious, like getting those little center parts is really annoying. But yeah, here I am like lightening up the end of the petals, and I think it made the rose pop a lot better. Oh yeah, and then so I start outlining the petals, or not the petals, just the like the main rose itself and the leaves. Like I really fuck with that cartoon. Like I like thick lines, like some thick beefy black lines. I loved him, so I start outlining the roses and shit, and then I outline the tiger as well here. And right now, what I'm using the marker, it's just I think it's a Sharpie. It's just a Sharpie oil-based marker. I wanted to get an acrylic-based marker, but they didn't have the size. That's like the middle size, like the medium size for the Sharpie. And now here on the collar, I'm doing like a little rose, like a rose vine that goes across the collar. I thought this looked pretty cool, a little touch to it. And with these leaves too, I didn't go too detailed, just kind of like basic shading. I wish I should have got closer up with the camera so you could see what I'm doing here, because you can't really see because I'm an idiot. But it's just really basic shading, like light on one side, dark on the other side, following that all the way across. So, you know, continuity. But did that, and then I also outlined this one, as you see, just, so I got like the dark, as you can see on my palette, you got the dark green, then you got the light green, one's for the shadows, one's for the highlights, and you just mix them in the middle, and it gives a good look. So yeah, here I am outlining it. I love that marker. It makes outlining so much easier. Like if I was trying to use paint, it'd be impossible. But yeah, here's the jacket. Enjoy. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe because I got more shit coming soon. And you should follow my Instagram at Mickey Awol. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe.